Welcome to the 2023 Marks News and Updates from Engage XR. This is our 231st episode. Since 2018, we've gathered, sorted, and curated all the news we think you'd want and need to know from the metaversical world of social VR. If you missed a show, also check out our YouTube channel for past and present episodes, or come back to Engage XR for a spatially recorded repeat of this very show all over again at the same time tomorrow, every Saturday. The News and Updates is produced by our founder, Mark, and our volunteer News and Updates support team. Please welcome to the stage our News and Updates hosts, Marcia, Karen, Laurel, me, myself, and I, Steph.
And slow me. All right, and now we're going to quickly show you the slides that we missed because of all the technical difficulties going up. So I want to thank everyone for their patience, for their understanding, and we're going to make this good. We're going to survive this going forward. and honestly, our apologies for all of the, but you all get this. If there aren't technical problems, it ain't a successful VR event. So we want to, Karen?
Yes.
Marcia? Well, Marcia, go for it.
Thank you, everyone. And again, we apologize. But Steph, we want to welcome you to the News and Updates desk. It'll drive you crazy, but we're excited to have you join us here on a very permanent basis.
Well,
at least that's not like permanent.
Well, it's not like I wasn't crazy already. Admittedly
honestly,
so.
No possibility to share the slides. I'm not going to do this again. Honestly, crazy is our primary job qualification. Now, before we get to the news, again, let's update on the slides. We'll fix all of this somehow later. All right, now we're set. We're on the right slide. We're going to fix all of this later, or we're just going to do it again Saturday. We'll figure out what's going on. All right.
One way or
Let's get on to the news, everybody. And no more crazy, okay? We're done with the crazy bits.
We'll try.
All right, here we go. Let's get on with the news.
World news. In 2018, the EU turned the internet upside down by requiring every website and web application protect their consumers' privacy and allow all consumers to view and remove their online data. Now they are doing it again under the auspices of the EU's AI Act, an ambitious plan to regulate artificial intelligence.
Now, in addition to that, the fear-mongering concerns about the potential of AI to not just run the world, but ruin our lives in the future, has set the European Parliament working on proposals to classify AI systems according to risk assessment levels and cope with the use of real-time biometric identification data in public spaces fed into AI systems.
They aren't messing around. Fines could be up to 6% of a company's annual revenue.
The rules aren't settled yet, but here are some of our concerns. If a company using AI, say for example GitHub, Unity, or even Engage XR, is visited by someone from the EU, it must be in compliance with their laws. This is really complicated, so let's explain it simply, as we're not sure exactly how far the sweeping new ruling may go.
Let's hope I can do this. Their goal is to protect consumers from big tech, not target individuals. But there is a trickle-down effect with this. For Unity, GitHub, social VR platforms, and metaverse-related tools to function within the scope of the ruling.
Sorry.
Okay. AI-based projects must be registered and declared and in alignment with the new classification and ruling limits.
The new ruling isn't finalized. There is much to consider that may impact the metaverse by making it harder, or at least more expensive. The EU, not the only government tackling these concerns.
In testimony before a United States Senate committee, OpenAI's creator and CEO Sam Altman admitted that the technology scared him, but promised to move forward responsibly. The committee panel was concerned with the spread of fake news and disinformation, as well as the loss of jobs to AI.
Another AI company, Anthropic, had a better idea. They claimed this week that their Claude chatbot has a built-in constitution that instills ethical principles in its system, giving it the ability to determine right from wrong and preventing it from going rogue.
Okay, I will be right there. Somebody please read my part.
Sure.
Okay. A robot shall not harm a human. Oh, wait a minute. They insist that their AI will choose the response that is most supportive and encouraging of life, liberty, and personal security. They say it will respect freedom of thought and a person's right to their own opinion, expression, right to assemble, and religion.
Not sure how this is going to go over in some countries. Remember, Asimov's law in robotics. Here is a quick review. Remember his law because it applies. Yep, here's
Indeed.
a quick review.
A robot shall not harm a human, or by inaction allow a human to come to harm. A robot shall obey any instruction given to it by a human, and a robot shall avoid actions or situations that could cause it to come to harm itself.
All good laws, except that all Asimov's books in the Foundation series were about how the robots broke those rules.
Well, all right, there's that.
Only time will tell. But how exciting to finally be in the era that was imagined by that famous author and other science fiction television writers and producers. Before we move into the news from across our metaverse, an article in IFL Science asked a question that caught our reporter's attention. What or why are there 360 degrees in a circle instead of something useful like 100?
Oh, that's a pretty good question. Now, is there a good answer?
Well, everything we do in VR is about 360 degrees, right? We have to take 3 dimensions into consideration with everything we create. So why is it set on 360 and not something really useful?
Well, according to history, the earliest rules for math began with the ancient Babylonians about 4,500 years ago, around 2400 BCE. The choice to set 360 degrees as the number of degrees in a circle had nothing to do with measuring three-dimensional objects. Surprise! It was their attempt to measure the night sky. The Babylonians were obsessed with tracking the planets across the heavens. The early calendar makers calculated it took 365 days for the sun to come full circle.
Let me understand this. Almost 5,000 years ago, a group of deep thinkers decided on 365. Then a few hundred years later, another group of deep thinkers adjusted it down to 360.
So what happened next? Did we run out of deep thinkers?
Must have. We're still stuck with 360 to represent a full circle. Too late to change our minds now, or is it? Meanwhile, I think it is. Oh well. Metaverse. Now on to the metaverse news. Engage XR announced earlier this week that they were releasing a patch to the new Engage version 3.3. It's a quick update, but resolves the issues with cloud files for Plus Enterprise members. The Guardian and Avatar bugs should also be resolved. Remember, if you encounter a bug, please file a report under the menu, click on the gear, and report bug.
The famous Legend of Zelda game was released and has sold 10 million copies in its first 3 days. Wow.
Well, Nintendo announced that The new version of the popular game, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, has become the fastest selling version in history. Ocarina of Time, the highest rated game in the series, sold 7.4 million copies during its entire run. This is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's back.
Sort of.
Released Friday, it is available on the Nintendo Switch OLED model. For several fans of the past Zelda series, depending on your Switch model, there are some ways to play in VR mode with a Legend of Doom VR mod for Quest and through other hacks and mods.
Now, I hope I'm back.
You're back.
Be patient. Thank you for your patience, everyone. One of VR's finest award-winning VR films is now available from MetaQuest. And it's only been shown at film festivals until now. The End of Night was inspired by true events. It tells the story of a young man and his family running from the Nazis during World War II. The director uses photogrammetry to capture streetscapes, spaces, and people combined with grainy black and white imagery. It is haunting and unforgettable story. It is available on the Quest App Lab for $3. Boy, I can't even remember when a movie was $3. A PC VR version is coming to Steam soon, so it should be really exciting.
That does sound exciting. Prey Dog's VR mod will be a game changer for gamers. It brings almost any Unreal Engine 4 or 5 game into VR. Coming soon, this universal VR mod could make hundreds of 2D games literally VR ready. We can't wait. Some of the tested games include Fortnite, Star Wars Jedi, Aliens, Fireteam Elite, and It Takes Two, a cross-platform game that will make these game changes come even more alive. Seriously, seriously game-changing.
For sure. Daft Punk just launched an AR experience called Around the World in celebration of their upcoming release of the 10th anniversary edition of Random Access Memories.
The French electronic music duo was part of the French house music popular in the 1990s. They worked with Snapchat's AR Studio to create 3 unique AR experiences for iOS and Android phones. It also, this I found fascinating, includes a game to discover a music track that they made hidden in plain sight over the past 10 years with all kinds of other real-life treasure hunts in 10 major cities, including Berlin, Buenos Aires, London, Sydney, and Mexico City, along with augmented billboards there. It's fascinating to see the growth of interactive AR. Really excited.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to cover some virtual hardware news. Now, I know you all are fans of all the VR hardware. You scream at it like I am right now, and you absolutely love it. But we wanted to tell you about Big Screen's little headset, so to speak, called the Beyond VR headset that's coming out soon. The CEO of the company did an interview with Road to VR offering a teardown of the headset, and we shared the link on our News and Updates Discord for you.
The headset is due to ship this fall and is being called the lightest VR headset. The $1,000 PC VR headset doesn't include controllers or tracking beacons, as they use the Steam VR tracking base stations and controllers sold separately.
Now, this is what I want to see. And, oh, is that mentioned here? I want to have you talk about this at one of the Educators in VR virtual hardware sessions coming up. It features a customized face cushion that conforms to different face topography for comfort. I don't know how they're going to do that. High magnification pancake optics in 2560 squared, 6.5 megapixel per eye displays with a 90-degree field of view.
It's designed for watching movies, though, not playing Beat Saber. So the majority of features are targeted toward high-resolution video and audio.
HTC's latest VR headset, the Vive XR Elite, continues to make waves as a bridge between PC VR and portable VR headsets. It may be used wirelessly or tethered. The headset is in the hands of many reviewers who are saying really positive things about it right now.
The award-winning $1,100 headsets, lightweight and stepless IPD features allow for a more comfortable setup and experience. It even features dioptics on each lens, so most people can use it without glasses. It's designed for heavy-duty graphics and great resolution with 110 degrees field of view and 90 hertz refresh rate. Love that. The speakers are integrated into the head strap in a really interesting way, which features a hot swappable battery for counterweight balance.
Are you tired of hearing about the proposed new Apple AR/VR headset? It seems that it will make appearance in a couple of weeks, well, actually next week, at the WWDC conference.
Tim Cook will be kicking off the anticipated conference keynote on June 5th with the headset. The feature set is still rumor and conjecture, but let's talk about price. Should we talk about how much this thing costs? Okay, focus primarily on AR, not just VR. The headset is rumored to cost anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000 US. There's also a lot of confusion on whether or not it's going to be the consumer version, a pro version. Nobody knows, so we don't know. And it will not be available to ship until late fall or possibly later 2023. So we got months to wait.
Oh boy, that's a long wait time and a lot of money. Technology is moving at such a high pace. It could be obsolete before it ships.
Syntec has announced a new Quest 2 headset strap called the VR Elite that is not only comfortable, it also integrates a 10,000 I never can pronounce that right, mAh battery pack to add up to 6 hours of extra gameplay for you serious VR users. Most of the current battery packs run for a couple of hours.
The battery at the back of your head also acts as a counterbalance. Marsha introduced me to the Bobo VR head strap with battery packs, and it has saved my neck and head so much. The VR Elite is available on Amazon right now for $50. If you are a Prime member, you may be eligible for a 15% coupon.
Yeah, it's amazing.
One of the most common problems with portable headsets is their ability to stay connected to Wi-Fi consistently, right? You've all seen it. A new tool called C-Signal visualizes your Wi-Fi coverage to find the weak spots using mixed reality with Quest pass-through feature.
Available for free through the App Lab. Disable the Guardian in the Developer tab and run the app in your headset. Using complex data gathering systems and machine learning, it discovers signals from cell phones, Wi-Fi routers, and Bluetooth devices and displays it with an interactive and dynamic overlay to help you literally see the signals around you.
Oh, that is so, I can't wait to try that. That is going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to see
cool.
that. It's like bring the wires to life, the invisible. Now, many years ago, my husband and I bought a desktop computer with one of the earliest 1 gig hard drives. My husband bragged about it at work and then added, yep, my wife filled it up within 1 week. That was like, yeah, it's true. It's true, I did. It was ridiculous. Now, a couple weeks ago, I bought a 6 terabyte portable drive, and it is smaller than an Altoid box. Unbelievable to me.
Wow, what a history. Well, you know, Laurel, news was out this week that hard drives as we know them now will likely be a thing of the past within less than 10 years. The first computer, I know, amazing. It'd probably be less than 10 years, I'm imagining. The first computer to run on a hard drive, specifically a magnetic disk hard drive, was created by IBM in 1956. Today, you can buy a 22 terabyte hard drive for your personal computer, and it fits in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, the
Like
old
an
ones were the
Altoid
size of a
box.
room, like an Altoid box.
Older hard drive technology featured a spinning disc like a record album. It has a long history of being easily damaged or worn out.
No
A
kidding.
very demanding of power. It consumes approximately 3% of the world's energy and
Oh,
electricity.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So shifting to flash storage could reduce power consumption by 90% or more.
Wow.
Oof, that's amazing. Soon my beautiful hard drives are all going to be museum pieces.
Makes me feel like one.
Oh.
Like all of us.
Okay, on to world building news. So we reported in January about the impact of the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank on Unity and related VR companies. It seems Unity did okay as they announced this week that revenue reached $500 million during the first quarter of 2023, up to 50% growth.
Wow. The quarter results were just a little over expectations, showing signs of continued growth as they diversify even more. Now, for metaverse creatives like us, Unity is all about what we can make or the assets that we can buy or sell, right? For the most part, that's all we care about. But Unity supports a ton of advertising products and services, as well as gaming titles, development studios, and gaming tools in the gaming and 3D industry. With their move into AI, expect much bigger things.
Mm-hmm.
OpenAI Shape E can now render 3D images from text prompts. Available now to try. If you put it into words, an AI can make it into a low poly object. Next thing, whole environments.
Wow.
Wow. Ka-choo. Meta announced the winners of the mixed reality presence platform hackathon this week as people competed for the $50,000 prizes in California and London. The winners included the digital wardrobe that uses Quest's eye tracking, body tracking, and hand tracking to allow users to dress up in fun costumes and clothing in front of a virtual mirror.
The other winner was Submersed, a fun game to solve the problem of a leaky pipe flooding your home. You use duct tape to slow down or stop the leak from drowning you. We're not sure when or if these will be produced for Quest users, but it's an interesting development towards more interactive gameplay.
Can everybody take a moment and turn off their phones and
Yes,
their Siri?
yes. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. We've only been doing this for like 5 years. Okay. All right. It's been one of those days, everybody. Just one of those days. So, Immersive Realms is an educational. Are you back, Karen?
She drops
Immersive.
You okay?
No, she took her headset off. So anyway, Immersive Realms is an educational app created.
Sorry, I had to get my phone to silence it.
Mute first. It's the F1 key. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna start over and hopefully we're gonna edit this. All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I said we reported the news. I didn't say we were any good at it. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
All right.
golly.
Okay, deep breath. Immersive Realms is an educational app. I'm so excited about this. It was created by a professor of medieval art at Case Western Reserve University that literally puts medieval objects in the hands of student researchers. Using the HoloLens, Microsoft HoloLens, it allows students to interact with and study 3D scanned historical artifacts. I'm so whelmed by this. The ability for students to interact with thousands of year-old objects and delicate artifacts to study them closely. It isn't possible in the real world. Your chances of doing it is impossible. And so this is, for education, for research, this is a long-awaited and a very, very exciting advancement. I'm so excited about it.
A couple of weeks ago, the Educators in VR World Builders team And last week, their Cultural Heritage Preservation Team meetup toured the Titanic exhibit here in Engage. Available to Plus and Enterprise customers, it's a good example of how to build a gallery and museum, then travel back in time to visit the wheelhouse of the Titanic as it approaches the famous iceberg.
It is. This week, the first high-resolution digital scans of the Titanic were shared with the public. The ship is at 3,800 meters, about 12,500 feet underwater. Using special deep sea mapping, they took over 700,000 photographs from every angle to exact a 3D reconstruction. It took over 200 hours to capture those images.
Wow.
Yeah.
The images are so detailed, they show the serial number on one of the propellers. They also captured the ship's champagne bottles, statues, ornate metalwork, as well as shoes and other personal possessions that rest around the ship. Scientists are using the detailed scans to learn more about who and why the ship sank, uncovering the 100-year-old mystery around this famous marine disaster. We'd love to see these in VR, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
No kidding.
Totally, totally. All
The
right.
next World Building Meetup is Wednesday, May 24, and they have something special planned using the Blockade Skybox AI. The team has generated a series of photospheres of a single internationally famous location to explore all the possibilities of this free AI tool used to generate amazing skyboxes and photospheres based upon your text description alone. Don't miss this.
Marcia?
Oh,
It's that
time
again.
it's that time again for this wonderful Discord news again.
Yay!
Discord,
Oh.
yay for Discord. Discord is our back channel communications for the metaverse.
Happy birthday, Discord. Discord
Happy
just
birthday.
turned 8 years old.
Well done.
As a birthday party favor, all activities are free for everyone from now until June 15th. Activities have now been added to DMs, so you can play games and watch videos with friends wherever you want.
They will be hosting a variety of live events that are throughout the entire month in their Discord Town Hall server. If you're a Nitro member, there's even more goodies that include decorations for your profile avatar and so many more things.
Oh, great. Congrats to Discord. And here is to 8+ more years.
Yay!
Bravo.
Oh, congratulations. All right, everybody. It's time now for your favorite part of the show. We know you all love this. We do.
And we need some laughter right now. All right.
Yes.
Last week, yes. Last week we talked about the popular and odd VR game that allows you to clean cars in VR. I'm sorry, that still cracks me up. Go into VR and to clean your car. Clean and detail your car in VR. Today, news is out that there's another oddball game gaining traction. It's called Hello Neighbor VR, and it is coming to all major headsets soon. I'm sorry, it's just insane. In it,
Hello,
you
neighbor.
leave his house
Face.
to figure out what terrible secrets is he hiding in his basement.
Isn't that like real life?
Maybe. But in VR, you take on the role of one of 6 neighborhood heroes as they attempt to free a friend held prisoner in the bizarre basement prison with puzzles, mysteries, and some waiting traps. The neighbor's crazy AI tortures the player with a dynamic range of puzzles and challenging obstacles so you can make your own nightmares about your suspicious neighbors come true.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Okay, well, crazy or kind of ingenious. This means we tap into our natural fears for fun. I guess I get it now. I guess.
I mean, honestly, we
Face your
barely talk to
fears.
our neighbors. This is just going to encourage. This is why we don't talk to our neighbors in the United States and everywhere else in the world. Oh my God! You know, it just. All right, now it's on to. So if you do decide to get it, play it, whatever, please let us know because I don't want to.
Yes.
It's all everybody's talking about it, but let us know how it really is because it just feels creepy. All right, on to events. Many AltspaceVR event hosts have been struggling on a variety of platforms to discover their audience. As we move into summer in the Northern Hemisphere, it's getting harder and harder to get people out of the summer outdoors into VR. So please be patient.
For those who love supporting these events, please sign up and attend them to keep them alive and going until September rolls around. We rely upon these events as part of our community building to establish great relationships. So don't forget them as you step outside for the first time in 3 years to play.
Yeah, for some of us, it's a true statement.
Temptation.
I know, yeah. All right, I'm very excited about this. We just had the open house. This weekend is the Girls STEAM Institute 2023 Girls Business Challenge with a focus on mental health as part of the UN SDG goals. The business hackathon features 16 high school girls from around the world competing in 4 teams to develop startup business models in the metaverse or mobile marketplace to help with the loneliness crisis in mental health services. I've been in the practice sessions all week long with these girls, and so has the Educators in VR team, and they are amazing. We've got a huge team of that is from Kenya, and I know that just on a personal note, George, I know you're talking about how hard it is to have your people in Fiji connect. These girls in Kenya, the mentor who's helping them, it drives over 3 hours to pick them up in the middle of the night to work with our time zones, drives them back to a place, has 2 hotspots that have been donated and a bunch of laptops donated by Virtual World Society and some headsets and things to connect at like 3 o'clock in the morning to go through the training. And they're so dedicated to be a part of this. It is an amazing entrepreneur and leadership training program for them. And I'm so proud. So check out the keynotes and the the presentations of these girls on Sunday. And trust me, I know that many of us have been to that. I know Steph has and Karen and stuff. And I think, Marcia, you were gobsmacked. Absolutely brilliant presentations. So do not miss that on Sunday.
On Tuesday, Educators in VR is hosting a discussion on whether or not VR makes us more human. We expect this to be a fascinating discussion. Well, what's the alternative? We expect this to be a fascinating discussion, especially in light of the spread of AI into our lives. How does VR impact our lives and relationships? Does it change things? How? I don't mean the neighbors either. Tuesday, open discussions with Educators in VR are always fascinating, so don't miss it.
We don't want to change anybody. Wednesday, Dr. Angelina Dayton, the Executive Director of Virtual World Society, and one of the world's leading scientists in XR research, especially for Indigenous and special needs communities, will be featured as a guest of Engaged live stream metaverse talk show with Maxwell McGee. Angelina is one of the bright stars in the VR industry, and you do not want to miss her presentation.
Thursday is the Virtual World Society's fireside chat with Dr. Tom Furness, the grandfather of VR, and Dr. Yu Yan, president of the IEEE, the International Electrical Engineers Association, that supports research and standards in all things electronic. Dr. Wan has been working on revolutionizing research and development in VR, AR, and human augmentation. This will be an amazing discussion you do not want to miss.
I am so looking forward to it.
Oh,
now,
me too.
I'm also looking forward to Friday is the second monthly Women IT Pro meetup in Engage. It brings together women and allies working in the tech industry who support the programmers, the coders, and the engineers. Now, come join this with us. This is an amazing group, and meet others in the industry. And if you're considering working in this industry and coding isn't your thing, this is your group. It's an amazing group.
Uh-huh. Cannes XR was last week, and XR Films included a global premiere of the work by world-renowned street artist Banksy, along with an award-winning XR film on the Ukraine war. We are sharing the news on our News and Updates Discord server as we find it to help you learn more about the award winners.
Just amazing. All right. Now, speaking of amazing, 2023 Tribeca Film Festival in New York is featuring 13 innovative VR projects. There's no way we can cover all of them, so we're going to hit some highlights, and you can check out the article about this in the News and Updates Discord.
In Search of Time sends users on a poetic journey through time. You can also take to the high seas from history in The Pirate Queen, A Forgotten Legend.
Emoji is an interactive multiplayer experience that explores communication. Other projects include history and culture of the African American community, visits to a monster factory, and one that has tickled our curiosity, an interactive experience exploring the history of video games.
Ooh.
The Tribeca Immersive Experience is June 9th through the 17th. We'll bring you the award winners after the event.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to actually see their work, too. Now, as a reminder, AWE is the end of the month. Virtual World Society has partnered with AWE to offer discount codes to those that are attending the Santa Clara, California event in person or online. And we've shared this in our News and Updates Discord, so you can get that code. You don't have to panic because it's on the screen. Just visit us there and get that discount.
There are new events, activities, and updates from across the metaverse available on our News and Updates Discord every week. We invite you to share your events and news that you find about social VR and the metaverse with us in our Share Your Events and News channels.
Thank you for joining today. We filmed this show here. Oh, the
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
They all deserve an award today.
Oh,
No kidding.
Thank you for joining today. We filmed this show here in our studio live. Boy, is it ever live on Fridays. And we did a spatial recording every Saturday. When we
But it's not repeated the same.
We love keeping you updated on what is happening in the metaverse.
And you know, I think you all show up to find out how many ways that we can mess this up uniquely every single week. But a lot of this was not on us. I still think that the latest Engage patch has an issue because there's the update thing. There's something going on here. But anyway.
Guilty.
Well,
Marsha.
I'm sure it is, you know. It just isn't a glitch without a glitch.
Oh, God.
We have, for over 5 years of shows in our News and Updates YouTube channel, covering a recent history of the metaverse and social VR. Join us in
every
person.
screw up you can do in VR, too.
And that's all included. It's all very included
It's
in
all
everything. I
included.
mean,
For
it's
free.
all there.
For free.
All laid out on the table. So join us in person or subscribe to watch subscribe to watch us crazy live team or recorded episodes. While you're at it, swing into the News and Updates Discord to keep up with the news announcements we make throughout the week. But I might add right here that you should see the live show because that's where the fun is. Don't wait to see the edited Saturday show.
If we get to that point, I don't know if there's anything to say. Right there.
Yeah, the worst part.
I don't know if there's anything to say.
Oh.
And the worst part is we have to watch ourselves tomorrow too.
I know.
Watch ourselves make fools of
God,
ourselves.
spare us. All
Oh,
right.
something to look forward to.
Okay. You know, all of the credit to make this insanity, happens. We're going to thank the people behind this in just a moment, but we also want to thank all the professional and citizen reporters around the world that do the legwork for us. Seriously, please visit the websites of Road to VR, Wired, Verge, Mixed News, Forbes, The Guardian, CNN, Level 8, Business Insider, Ryan Schultz, love you, Upload VR, Scout VR, and so many more for in-depth information. It is their stories that we source every week to bring you a summary of the news that you can use from the metaverse. Now, honestly, I want to thank, before we get into specifics with this, we need to thank about all of our team members who were listening on Discord as I and others were ranting and raging about the problems we were having getting in, and my keyboard went dead and all the other technical problems that were happening. I want to thank them for their patience and for putting flame in their ears.
Yeah, because first her legs went out and then her mouth went out. So
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. All
When
right.
she went out.
Marcia? Yeah, and I went out.
okay. So we are volunteers and community members, and we thank them. Oh, we thank them so much for all the work they do to keep this show together every week. Oh, it's such a joy.
Despite everything.
And we do this craziness just for you, and we do it free to help you be better informed. If you would like
And
to
amused.
become and amused, yes. If you would like to become as amused and involved as we are, please volunteer. Please let us know. It's a great place to learn, and we'd love to have the help.
We need the help.
But for right now, we will be hanging around after the show afterwards to talk to you. So stick around. Don't go anywhere, and you can hear all of our crazy backstage stories.
Oh my God.
And you know what? Remember, we believe in you. This is our community, and you are our family. You're not alone. Stand tough, stand up, and most of all, in these uncertain times, please, please be safe wherever you are in the world.
Yay.
Yay!
Well,
We made it.
We did a
We
thing.
did a thing.
Oh my God, we did a thing. All right.
Holy
Thank you, recorders.
cow!